every day that you wake up, you got to wake up and you got to tell yourself yes. Did you see that man that just jogged? Do you see it raining? Do you see it raining? See, that could have been an obstacle for that man. He could have been like, okay, it's raining today. I'm not going jogging. I'm not going to work out today because it's raining, etc., etc. But he's still running. He's still jogging, right? He didn't let that stop him, right? You got to wake up every day and you have to make a decision. Okay, you got to make a decision to say yes or to say no. That is ultimately up to you, because God gives us free will. God already made his decision to restore you. God already made his decision to prosper you. Despite the obstacles and the challenges, it's up to you now to wake up and decide what you're going to do with your day. Yes, I'm going to fight back. Yes, I'm going to get up and do what you told me to do, God. Yes, I'm going to get up and I'm going to clean my home, God. Yes, I'm going to get up and do this and whatever it is that he told you to do. It's up to you to make that decision to actually do it. You see what I'm saying? See, what the devil will try to do is he will try to discourage you before you do anything, so then you don't want to do it, to prevent you from doing it. And when you don't do what you're supposed to do, there's no results because there's no consistency, right? But if you tell yourself every day, despite what you're battling, you say, yes, I'm going to receive this restoration. Yes, I'm taking back everything that the enemy has tried to steal from me. I am taking it back. I'm taking back everything that these witches and warlocks tried to prevent me from receiving, tried to block me from getting. I'm taking back everything that God has promised me. See, God has already told you, yes, he has already said he's going to bless you. He's already said he's going to restore you. But now it's up to you to make the decision every single day you wake up and decide that you deserve every single thing that God has promised you. There was one time something happened. I'm going to explain to you. I'm not going to go into full details, but I'm going to use a little example. So the other day, I put out that video and I knew I was going to go into a heavy war after putting out that video. I knew it was going to happen because I went through a lot of war just trying to put it out, right? But God kept me going. Like, there was a lot of consistency, and it's to the point where I didn't even get frustrated or mad. It was more like I was frustrated, but I wasn't angry. I was laughing through my frustration because I'm like, God, I know exactly what's happening. But the Holy Spirit pushed me. Holy Spirit even came through and was like this with his chest. You know, he beat his chest in the spirit to let me know, like, toughen up, toughen up. I love how he encourages us like that. So he came through in the spirit and started hitting his chest to let me know, toughen up, toughen up. And I fought and I got the video out. Right? And when I'm like, God, I got the video out, what do you think about it? He showed me the letters in the spirit, accurate, to let me know that everything I was saying is good and I did a good job and everything's accurate. So I'm like, okay, good. God, time for me to get the next video out. Right? And he's like, yes, work on the next video. But after I put it out, they tried to drain me. When I say they ganged up on me in the spiritual realm, when I say that the witchcraft started again, when I say that I had to get up and fight every single day just to get my day started, because the way how they were draining me, they were trying to bind me. The Lord even showed me my photo. He showed me certain things that they were doing. He even showed me the wire transfer they were doing. Like, it was to the point where those like 3-4 days after I posted that video, I was at war. I was at war. I was so drained. And God showed me something in the vision, in the spirit. And it was something relating to, you know, his plans for me, his promises for me. And it was to the point where I was so discouraged and frustrated with the war because I was so tired. It was to the point when I saw it, I didn't even receive it. When I saw it, I looked at it and I was like, oh, here we go again. And he corrected me. He checked me in the spirit. When I saw it, he literally whispered to me and said, no. Receive. And I'm like, okay, God, I receive. He said, no, receive. As in, I was saying it out my mouth, but my heart wasn't believing it. My heart wasn't believing it. My heart wasn't in it. So when he corrected me again, I said, say receive. My heart, I said, okay, I receive. And it actually came from my heart. That's when I felt like everything dying down. I felt all of the attacks, the afflictions dying down. And that's when I got up and got my day started. I was like, wow, I feel good today after not feeling good for how many days? You see what I'm saying? And that was because I made a decision to say yes. And I made a decision to receive what it is he has for me. And I didn't just make a decision and just say it out of my mouth for the sake of saying it. I made a decision and I said it from my heart. I believed it. And because I believed it, I felt all the waves of whatever was going on settling. It was like the tides were being calmed in that moment. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say to you, it's no different from, okay, I don't want to clean my house because my house is dirty. I don't want to clean it. I'm sad, I'm depressed, etc., etc. You know when you try to get up and clean your house and you're depressed and you're tired, and as soon as you try to clean, you're not cleaning properly. You're just wiping things and throwing things in here, and you're not even doing cleaning properly. But then when you're done, you don't feel confident. You don't feel satisfied with the cleaning that you just did because your heart wasn't in it. You get what I'm saying? So now, you ever had a moment where your heart's into cleaning, where you're removing things and you're going in the crevices and you're really deep cleaning because your heart's in it, and when you're done and you sit back, you feel so relieved, you feel so good? That's because your heart was in it. That's because your heart was in it. Anything that God tells you to do, anything that you're going to do with your day that you know is connected to your promise, that you know is going to take it to the next level, make sure your heart is in it. Make sure you're actually believing it in order to receive it. Because if you don't believe, you won't receive. If you don't believe, you won't receive. Your heart has to be in it. Your heart has to be in it. So every day you wake up, you have to make that decision and say, God, I'm receiving every single thing that you're restoring in my life. I believe it, and I'm going to receive every single thing that you have promised me back into my life. And my heart is in it. My heart believes it. You have to make this decision every single day. Don't let the devil deter you from believing from your heart what God has already promised you, because that's what he's trying to do. Every day you wake up and you restart your day again, you have to go back to believing again. You got to make that decision to say, yes, I'm taking it all back, Holy Spirit. I'm taking everything back that was taken from me, Holy Spirit. I'm taking everything back that you have promised me, Holy Spirit. You have to make that decision, because God said you cannot receive if you don't believe, and you have to believe it from your heart. And I'm telling you this because he corrected me in the spirit, not once, not twice, but 3 times, until he felt that I actually believed it from my heart. That's when everything started to die down. And I'm telling you this because it's the truth. Every day you wake up, you make that decision, and you say, I receive, I believe it. But you got to make sure that you actually believe it. And every day that you wake up and you're putting time and energy into anything that God tells you to do, put your heart into it. Put your heart into it. Because when you put your heart into it, you put your time and your effort, your energy and your heart into it. What does that mean? It means you believe it. It means you believe it. And you're going to see results. Okay? I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.